What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got two debuting teams. Rogue 2 taking on the Wicked. Rogue 2 consists of Adam Hlavik and Liz Shannon Miller, and the Wicked is Jim Vejvoda and Jared Habon. This is Swag versus Rockstars. Both great factions. But Roxy, I love me some Roxy Stryer. She's the best. So I'm pulling for the Wicked in this one. Should be a very entertaining match, to say the least. So let's get it started.
Joining new teams in their new factions. It is the new era. I am Mark Baby Carrots Ellis, and I am thrilled to be joined by the one, the only, the legend herself, Miss Emma Fife is here in studio.
Thank you so much, Mark, and also for, lauding me to the status that I think I'm truly deserving of here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Hey, look, anyone who loans me their Harry Potter Gryffindor robe is worthy of mythical status, and that is certainly one Emma Fife. Now, Emma, I know you've been keeping an eye on things going on in the league, and we had this new era. We had the nuke, and now we have a draft, and teams get blown up, but we have all these players that are looking for a new home, a safe haven. Some team today is going to find out that they are 1-0, and they're off and running, and they're doing it for their factions.
That is absolutely true, Mark, and what we're dealing with today are players who we've seen compete in the Schmoedown before. There's no brand new faces here at the desk, but you look at somebody like a Jim Vejvoda, who is one half of the Wicked, who are represented by Roxy Stryer and the Rockstars.
Yeah.
He's someone who has attracted a lot of attention in the Schmoedown as someone who could potentially be a new singles champion because his basis of movie knowledge is so broad and he's so good at recalling it, where Jim has suffered in the past is in knowing the game.
It's actually the gameplay.
Yes.
It's a strategy, but then you pair him up with somebody like Jared Habon, who is not much to look at, but he's a really big sports fan.
Really big sports fan.
He knows his inner geekdom. So if he's coming from the world of inner geekdom, and Jim Vejvoda can marry, if they can get that together, then I think that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. But on the other side of the ledger, you kind of have a similar situation.
It's absolutely true, because obviously we have Liz Shannon Miller as one half of Rogue 2, who are part of the Swag Squad as represented by Winston Marshall. The thing about Liz is she was a huge up-and-comer last year in the Schmoedown. As it stands already in this season, she's more or less ranked as a strong contender in singles yet again. But now we're seeing her paired in teams with Adam Hlavik, somebody who we tend to think of as an inner geekdom competitor, but who, if you look at Adam's past record, he actually definitely has a pretty deep sort of more broad movie knowledge.
And you know as well as anybody, because you were the manager of the Shire Wolves, so when you pair two people together, it really is about the team chemistry as much as it is the individual knowledge, right?
Absolutely, and I think we're looking at a couple of teams here where once again, each team has one player who we know as being pretty strong in the Inner Geekdom League and one player who's pretty strong elsewhere. I would argue that everyone playing here, if this was like an Inner Geekdom's team match, I have no doubt that this would be a knockdown, drag-out fight, and I think that is going to be the case today. But again, remains to be seen. Now let's talk a little bit about where things are as far as the factions go. Swag Squad, they're definitely keeping their heads above water. Roxy Stryer kind of needs this win for the Rockstars.
I think it'd be big for her, and she really wants to prove herself. She was so close to Manager of the Year last year. She thought she deserved it. It didn't go her way, and this year she's really, you see the fire in there. And then Winston, I like the way that he manages his team. Every manager has their own sort of tactics, and Winston seems to be cool, collected, but when he needs to put the pressure on his own players, he's able to do it in a way that's Lombardi-like, that challenges the player, and they rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I think that we have two really strong managers paired up in this match, and a couple of teams that, I don't know, I think we might see some new star players when it comes to the team leagues here in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown
Just
today.
compare Winston Marshall to Vince Lombardi. It's been a long day, folks. We're going to go to the pregame interviews with a couple of inner geeks and some movie trivia dorks. Here it is.
The rookie sensation, Liz Shannon Miller, Lightning Liz. She beat Demi in her first match. She is also on a roll.
And then you have Paul Oyama. So one of them is going to take a huge step forward. The other one is going to get that first loss.
Donnie Darko.
I guess I should have brought 3 of my best friends to help me out. That would have been fun.
Hopefully they're better company.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this is my first time on a team, which is really exciting. I've never done that before. You've theoretically done this a bit.
I have. I've done teams a few times, but it's been a few years since I've actually been on a team.
Who knows the ish? All right, Liz knows the ish. I've seen the matches. She be kicking some. No, I can't cuss because of the babies.
We're the Wicked because we're all Boston representatives, and honestly,
We're a wicked good time. That's what we are.
we're a wicked good time. This is about to be a team that you don't want to mess with. Jim David, come over to the Rockstars, baby.
That's very interesting, Big. We have not seen Jim David in quite some
Happy to have you. I think that you were the steal of the draft and teamed you with Jared, who is an expert on this game. He's a super fan of it as well, and he's done some pretty gangster things in the Schmoedown.
I think it's the first time in the history of my life anybody has referred to me as gangster, and I like it.
We're playing what, Jim and Jared? I don't really know Jim. I just know that he was on Team IGN, and he gave Roka, of all people, biopics. Do you know that Roka was alive when those biopics actually happened? Like, Roka is in every single one of those things in real life, so that was dumb.
Way to scratch at the scab, buddy. Jeez, I thought that had healed over.
Guess what? I just need you to answer the questions, and I'll do the rest of it, and I'll help you there. You're not going to make another biopics mistake again. I don't want anybody mentioning that one more time because you don't deserve that. You're better.
Let me say this. If we spin biopics, we're choosing it, and you're going to right or wrong, baby. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. And I'm not going to do anything because I'm not that good at biopics. But he is, and that's all that matters.
We're taking it back.
The Wicked, more specifically Jim, will be taking back biopics.
And Roxy, you know I love you, Roxy. And in the spirit of Jared, since I know we're playing him, Roxy, I'm hoping that when this is all said and done, you will accept my invitation. You know what I'm talking about, sir. Don't even worry about it. Drip, drip, baby. Rope 2 in the house. We have spoken.
I mean, look, what I see in that pregame interview from both teams is confidence. And I think that happens when you've had some success either with a team in the past or individually in an inner geekdom setting. You have a new person, you're excited to compete with them. These two teams both think they're going to win.
Yeah, there's a lot of enthusiasm coming from both sides. And can I just say, everyone involved in this match is really nice.
They're really
It's just
nice.
a lot of really nice people.
Yeah.
I want good things for everybody involved here today. So, shall we move on to talking some strengths and weaknesses here, Mark?
So strengths and weaknesses, what do you got for, let's start with Rogue 2.
All right,
What do we
so
got?
for Rogue 2, we have got comic book movies, international releases, and having easy to pronounce last names.
Logic, I got it.
And then moving on to The Wicked, we have got Star Wars, new releases, and worshiping Tom Brady.
Well, we know that's All right, everybody relax. It's
Mixed feelings on Tom Brady
That's right.
here in
The
this
Wicked
audience.
is what the rest of the AFC East calls the New England Patriots. Without further ado, I think it's time to get this match underway. Emma, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Then it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing the faction, the Rock Stars, led to the ring by their manager, Roxy Stryer. Please welcome Jim Bavida, Jared Haven, the Wicked. Oh, we got Roxy, we got a look at the stars, Stacey Howard, Harvey Strickland. There's Bavida, there's Haven.
I really like that Marky Andretto and Stacey came out, and Roxy, all wearing sunglasses. The actual competitors aren't wearing sunglasses.
And I like
so
it.
at least we're making some headway with the banning
The
sunglasses.
sunglasses have gone from the competitors to the managers, and that's the way it should
We need to
stay.
see clearly.
And their opponents, representing Swag Squad, led to the ring by their manager, Winston Marshall, it is Lee Shannon Miller and Adam Lavick. Round two. He's right now, but he knows when to throw it. Oh, here comes Shannon Harvey. Wow, what an intro.
The theme here is that the other faction mates and the managers are doing a bit that the players are not part of.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Before we start, though, Roxy, where are you, girl? Come here. Come here. Come here, please. Please come here. Please. I don't know what camera got. This is a big deal for me. Okay. We've been good friends for a long time, and it's been amazing co-hosting with you on SCN Live, and you had me on Live at the Roxy. We've become really good friends, and so before we start this match, I just wanted to ask you a question. Roxy, will you accept this L?
Absolutely not. Game on.
Sweet, to the point. I thought L pushes on Jim.
That's one word that starts with L. Mark.
Was that the word that you think Winston?
No, I don't think it was, but
Oh boy, well, no proposals here today. Everybody's marital status remains the same, and now I will read the rules for round number one. It's a 3-round match. It is the team format. However, round number one is an individual exercise of movie trivia know-how. 8 questions are asked to the field. These questions come from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown goodness. Each question's worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number one. You have about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. Once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. Again, team format, but you cannot rely on your teammates' knowledge in round number one. Each team has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself another 15 seconds to get that answer from the back of your head to the front of your head, use the JTE rule. You also each, as a team, have 1 challenge to be issued through your manager throughout the 3-round match. Adam Lavick. How you feel?
I feel great. How are you?
You look good. I missed you.
Thanks. Miss you too,
Jim
buddy.
Bavida, quick like a cat, good reflexes. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good. It's good to be back on the Schmoedown.
Good to have you back, sir. Liz Shannon Miller, I always appreciate your Star Wars love and your hats. How you feeling?
Great. Looking forward to this.
All right, and last but not least, Jared Haven, where is Tom Brady going next year?
Let's just play the game, Mark.
Let's get ready to go down! I think he's coming back. I don't know. We'll see.
Shitty balls.
We'll see. Frank, your first question is in the world of action-adventure movies. And the query is for a point. What action film stars Charlize Theron, Sophia Boutella, and James McAvoy? And we're off.
We are.
Off
to the
I was
races.
gonna blow my lungs out with that intro.
I
really hit that road too hard.
Rogue
How can a
2.
Christian do it? 5, 4, 3, 2.
Charlize Theron, Sophia Boutella, and James McAvoy. I don't know.
2, 1. Pens down, starting with you, Mr. Lovick.
Atomic Blonde.
He got it. Does Jim have it?
Atomic Blonde.
Yes, he does. Over to Liz Shannon Miller.
I did not have it.
Does not. Does Jared?
Thank God for Jim.
Hey, so with that being said, we're tied up. One side of the table seems to be functioning. We'll see if the other side of the table manages to wake up with the following question. Question number 2 in the category of directors. Who directed the films The Lost Boys, Phone Booth, and The Phantom of the Opera? Did you know that there's a sequel
made a
to
movie
Phantom
out
of
of
the
that?
Oh yeah, and there's a sequel to Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera 2?
Love
Really?
Never Dies.
Wow.
It's
Joel
basically
Schumacher.
fan fiction
3,
set to music.
2, 1. Pens down. Going to you first, Mr. Vavida. What do you got?
Joel Schumacher.
That
It
is correct.
Batman Forever. Liz?
Joel Schumacher.
She got it.
correct.
Jared have it?
All right.
Yes, he does. Adam?
Joel Schumacher.
Clean sweep.
Everybody's on the board. Jim and Adam remain perfect through 2 questions. Next question, in the world of dramas, who played psychologist Sean McGuire in the film Good Will Hunting? How do you like that, man?
He won an
That took
Oscar.
place in,
Robin
Boston.
Williams.
I don't know that that's a Boston accent.
This is how Bostonians talk.
It's like I'm back in New England.
2, 1. Pens down. Going to you first, Liz Shannon Miller.
Robin Williams.
She got it. It's Jared.
Yes.
Adam.
Robin Williams.
And Jim.
Robin Williams.
All right. Question number 4, category of fantasy sci-fi. In what 1980s fantasy adventure will you find Arnold Schwarzenegger strapped to something called the Wheel of Pain?
Correct me if I'm wrong. This also takes place in Boston.
I think you're right. I think it does. Yeah. The Wheel
Outside of Saugus.
Saugus. Yep.
My family's from Watertown. I can.
Watertown.
We're from Watertown.
Massachusetts.
Watertown, Mass.
My
5,
family's from Watertown,
4,
Connecticut.
3.
Conan the Barbarian.
Not happy with me. 1. Pens down, Jared.
Total Recall.
Is
Not Total Recall.
Adam had it. The Running Man.
Not the Running
Swing and a
Man.
miss. How about Jim?
I also screwed up. Running Man.
And Liz Shannon Miller.
This is a 50-50 shot. Conan the Barbarian.
That is
She got
correct.
There it is.
Liz Shannon Miller.
And with that,
Coming through.
Rogue 2 takes a 1-point lead over
we're
the
just
Wicked.
putting into the
Both
square.
teams settling in here. Your next category is the world of comedies. Thank you.
At least you're not doing it anymore. It's now just the audience.
I'm not doing comedy anymore.
No.
Get tickets at markellislive.net. Your question in the world of comedies. What 1990s comedy has the line, "That rug really tied the room together"? Bit of an inside joke for our studio audience.
Yeah, it sure is. But truly, a rug can tie a whole room together. It's feeling empty.
3. I'm getting.
That rug really tied the room together. I know this line. Where was it? What movie? Dumb and Dumber? Could be Wayne's World, but I'm going with Dumb and Dumber.
Getting a new rug. I'll let you know how it goes.
Thank
One.
you.
Pens down. Going to Adam.
Big Lebowski.
It is the Big Lebowski. Does Jim have it? No.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Yes. Liz Shannon Miller.
The Big Lebowski.
Right.
And I tried to put me in parents.
Did not have the Big Lebowski. All right. So all of a sudden, Rogue 2 starting to inch ahead of the Wicked
Yes,
a little bit.
they are.
8
It's
to
all right,
5.
Jim. We got this.
All right, let's see if they can get back in the game with this next question. Question number 6, category of horror/thriller. What horror franchise is known for the line, "Do you want to play a game"?
You made that a little menacing at the end.
Well, it is a
That
little
was really well
menacing.
done.
Yeah.
You started out nice and sweet, And then at the end, when you hit game, you're like,
You know, when you're quoting a film, it's hard for me to not do the voice.
I would actually love to.
3. I'm scared too.
Do you want to play a game? It's got to be Saul. Right? Saul?
1. Pens down. We are going to you, Mr. Vavida. What do you got?
Now I'm doubting it. Saw?
Yes, that's correct.
Not Hellraiser.
Liz,
Saw.
Ah,
Saul.
yes,
Jared has
also
it.
correct.
Saul's got it too. All right, so it remains a 3-point game in the favor of Rogue 2. We move on to your penultimate question, round number 1. That is from the world of crime movies. And your question, who plays a convict who is the brother of boxer Casey Affleck in the crime drama Out of the Furnace? Did I just say boxer Casey Affleck?
Did you say? Yeah, you did.
Is he a brawler?
It's brother of boxer. Well, I think in the
Probably a
film
flyweight.
he's a boxer.
He'd be a flyweight. 5.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Liz Shannon Miller, going to you first.
Don't think I have it. Christian Bale.
That is correct.
Jared's got Christian Bale. Does Adam?
Christian Bale.
All right.
Christian Bale.
And Jim Davis.
Across the board. All right. Your final question in round number 1 in the category of animated. What is the name of the teenager who takes on the mantle of Spider-Man, voiced by Shamik Moore in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, I'll say this. I like all 4 competitors as human beings. Adam Lavick, by far the best penmanship on that table.
It's true.
It's like block
Morales.
letters.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
unreal.
if I needed somebody to
5,
write something that needed to be understood, Adam Lavick's your guy.
2.
I'll do the JT rule.
JT rule for Jared Haven.
All right. What is the name of the teenager who takes on the mantle of Spider-Man, voiced by Shamik Moore in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
And that's a JT rule for Wicked.
Yes.
Yeah, Adam Lavick should have his own font.
Oh, Lavick the font?
Yeah, it should replace Wingding.
I would
Nobody uses it.
definitely download that font.
5,
Use it on my thumbnails.
4, 3. He's blushing. Look at 2, 1. Pens down. Jared Haven, could you conjure it?
I couldn't get Miles Teller out of my head. I got Miles.
It's not
That's the
Miles
first
Teller.
name. Does Adam have both names?
Miles Morales.
Look at that.
Correct.
Jim Vavida, did you have it?
Miles Morales.
And Liz Shannon Miller.
Miles Morales.
She's got it too.
Right.
All right, we got it. We got Rock 2.
So we're looking at a 14-10 lead for Rogue 2.
I mean, it still really could be anybody's game because, you know, going into the wheel round, you up the luck factor. In round 1, yes, there is certainly a certain level of luck in terms of getting questions that you know the answer to.
Sure.
But, you know, the wheel, this is really where things can turn around. So at this point, it's still really anyone's
And that's
game.
the thing about the wheel round is that working on that wheel, especially for somebody trying to make the transition from inner geekdom to a more broad field of knowledge, is what slices do you like, what slices do you fear? Opponents and Spinner's Choice are working on that there wheel, as well as 10 different movie trivia categories. This is a team format, and so each team gets a spin of the wheel. Once they settle on a category, they're going to hear 6 questions from that world. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Rogue 2. Before you spin the wheel, I'm going to remind everybody that the actual wheel, the entire wheel, is sponsored by Jake Burnham, a great Schmoedown. Thank you, Jake. For all that you do, if you guys want to hear your name mentioned on an upcoming match, check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon today. So Jake Burnham wanted his sponsored slices, comedies, and Matt and Ben, which I assume is Matt Damon and Ben. Those are the sponsored slices. So, Rogue 2, had a little bit of time to think about it. You all want to spin the wheel first or defer to the Wicked?
We will defer to our opponent.
All right, gentlemen, give it a very gentle spin. That thing is, well, it's a pretty sensitive wheel, folks. Roxy cheering her troops on. Round and round it goes. Yeah, this wheel.
I have no idea if
It's a what?
If one of the pegs,
Did a peg fall off? Oh, I see. Yeah, where the it's
Yeah.
where the thing's supposed to be.
Yeah, as long as it's not affecting the spin, I think we're okay.
I don't know.
Would you like it? I'll
No, I think it's fine, but it's up to you.
slow down. You know, since they put my ugly mug on comedies, nobody ever said biopics.
We're taking it! Okay.
They're taking it. Faulty wheel be damned.
Roxy's exclamation of "Suck it, John Roca," of course, being a reference to the time that Tim gave John Roca biopics
That is correct.
as an opponent's choice.
That
Clearly,
is correct.
I'm not having studied the career of John Roca.
There's a documentary that Eric Rodriguez did. Shout out to Nerd Chronic. All right, gentlemen. You spun biopics. You decided to keep it. Movies about real people. And you're going to hear 6 questions. You make them throw at each other for each and every question. Reminder that you can check the multiple choice if you're not sure of the answer. Emma's going to be asking you the questions. Emma, at your ready.
All right. Question number 1 in the category of biopics. Who played Joan Jett in the 2010
Stewart.
biographical drama The
Kristen
Runaways?
Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right.
Jim nodding emphatically as soon as he heard the question.
And they've
Question
cut the lead in half.
number 2. Who played Abraham Lincoln's son Robert Todd Lincoln in 2012's Lincoln? How many more times can I say Lincoln in that sentence?
A lot of pennies.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, we're tied, and the Wicked still has 4 questions remaining in the world of biopics.
Question
I gave him the nod on that one.
number 3.
Sorry.
Jared? He just feels he needs to participate in this round by some stretch of the imagination.
I'm nodding my
All
head.
right, question number 3. Kevin Kline portrayed what classic film star in the 2013 film The Last of Robin Hood?
Errol Flynn.
That is correct for 2 points.
Wow. And the Wicked has taken the lead over Rogue 2.
Jim Bevita listening very carefully for context clues on that one. Question number 4. In Hidden Figures, which famous astronaut do the 3 main heroines help launch into space?
Gotta be Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong.
King,
5.
yeah, multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Buzz Aldrin, B, John Glenn, C, Alan Shepard, or D, Neil Armstrong?
I'm thinking
Those
Neil
are all famous
Armstrong.
astronauts, so.
I'm going to say John Glenn.
That is correct for 1 point.
2 questions remain, and they are really taking advantage
They-
of this biopic.
Listen, Jim wanted to keep biopics. I think he made a good decision. Next question. Your penultimate question. Who played Jane Hawking, wife to Stephen Hawking, in the 2014
Felicity
film
Jones.
The Theory of Everything?
Felicity Jones.
And we go to 5.
Yeah, let's do multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, Alicia Vikander, B, Felicity Jones, C, Emily Blunt, or D, Sienna
Felicity
Miller?
Jones.
Felicity Jones.
That is correct for 1 point.
Gone multiple choice a couple times, but no opportunities for a steal from Rogue 2 just yet. 1 question remains.
All right, final question. Infamous was the Truman Capote biopic that co-starred Sandra Bullock, who played Capote.
Toby Jones.
That is correct for 2 points.
Wow. What a solid round 2.
Really well played round, and some good strategizing going on there, because in round 2, if you're not absolutely certain of the answer, there's truly no shame in going multiple choice, especially because your opponents can steal.
Right, I mean, you have 2 very good movie trivia players on the other side, so if you leverage a guess, it's smart to at least reduce the point value so that they only can steal a point, but never was the case with the Wicked, who now have a 6-point lead. And now it's Rogue 2's turn to spin. And here comes Liz Shannon Miller to do the honors. We'll see how opponent's choice is feeling. All right, looking good. Crisp wheel spin so far.
Yeah, and also everybody being respectful of how sensitive the wheel is.
The wheel's been through a lot in its young life.
You've been like 10 matches?
It's been a good 20 matches
20.
for that wheel. Yeah. All right. Round and round it goes, but opponent's choice is kind of creeping up there.
Oh, please, come on. Stop.
DC Films. I have a feeling they're going to keep it.
You would think they would want to keep it, but they're going to consult you only about 15 seconds to make your determination. I got a dog to
Again,
feed.
Yeah, we gonna keep it.
They're going to keep DC movies. All right. And here we go. In the world of DC films, you're going to have 6 questions, each one worth 2 points. Again, you're not sure the answer, check the multiple choice. The question goes down to 1. First of 6, what kind of vehicle did the Joker escape in after his bank heist at the beginning of The Dark Knight?
Boss.
School bus.
It was a school bus. 2 points. All right, your next question. Green Lantern's ring and power batteries are fueled by what?
Willpower.
Is that real? Wow.
That is real.
All right. You just gotta want it, Emma. You just gotta want it.
If you want it enough, you too, your ring will become magical, and you can do incredible things.
All right, well, they're trying to do an incredible thing, which is come back on the Wicked, who had a 6-point lead at the beginning of the spin for Rogue 2, and they since have answered 2 questions correctly. 4 remain. Your next question for 2 more points. Who portrays the character of John Constantine
Keanu
in 2005's Constantine?
Keanu Reeves.
That is correct.
I think we should start a new rule in the Schmoedown that there has to be at least 1 Keanu question per match.
I
think
co-sign that.
truly that would bring a lot of joy
I would say
to
there
me
has
personally.
to be 1 Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey question for each.
Absolutely, I support this.
Thank you. 1 guy in the crowd.
We'll rewrite the rules. Bring it
all
to
right.
the committee.
Your next question. What is the Penguin's real name in
Oswald
Batman Returns?
Cobblepot. Oswald Cobblepot.
Oswald Cobblepot.
I just want to meet my parents. 2 more points, and Rogue 2 is taking a 2-point lead on the Wicked, who neither team giving up any chance to steal as of yet. Your penultimate question in the world of DC movies, Adam and Liz Shannon Miller, who directed 1982's Swamp Thing?
First question to give them pause, it looks like.
Give the crowd pause, too.
Can we get multiple choice, please?
I certainly can provide that. Is it A, George A. Romero, B, Wes Craven, C, John Carpenter, or D, Jim Wynorski?
George A. Romero. That's what I think. I think it's George A. Romero.
We're going to swing for Romero.
That is a strike. I can give you the options again, gentlemen, before you wager a guess. Is it A, George A. Romero, B, Wes Craven, C, John Carpenter, or
Wes
D,
Craven?
Jim Wynorski?
Wes Craven.
Correct for 1 point.
And did I curse it? Was that the announcer's curse? I said no steal has happened?
There it is. There it is.
Sad. All right, so it is currently a 1-point lead for Rogue 2. However, 1 question remains in round number 2. It's worth 2 points. This could go either way. You ask question in the world of DC movies. What comedian co-starred alongside Christopher Reeves in Superman
Richard
3?
Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
The great Richard Pryor it was. And Rogue 2 now goes into round number 3 with a 3-point lead. Emma Fife, we've seen 2 rounds, both teams throwing haymakers. What's going to happen next?
You know, again, obviously, Rogue 2 finds themselves in a very nice position with a 3-point lead.
It's nice.
Because the Wicked can't come back simply by answering their 2-point question. However, they can tie it up with their 3-pointer and take the lead easily with their 5-pointer. So they're not in a terrible position
You're
going
forcing
into
the
this
Wicked
round.
to burn 2 questions before you even have to take one. So, not in TKO range necessarily,
Certainly
but
not.
it's a nice cushion to have.
It definitely is, yeah. I mean, the Rogue 2's got to be feeling pretty good, but I don't think that the Wicked should be despairing all that much, because as I say, they have the opportunity to take this back, and they don't have to answer all 3 of their questions in order to do so.
That's right, and the team that at least the manager and Jared cheer for, the Patriots, they know a little something about a few big-time comebacks. So, 24-21 is the score. Oh, does Jim too? Oh, good.
I'm wearing a Boston t-shirt.
Hey, congratulations on all your championships. Rogue 2, you find yourself in a 3-point lead. Both teams are going to give us a series of numbers. We need 3 numbers from each team. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a different corner of movie trivia, Schmoedown, and know-how. And as a friendly reminder, since it's the team format, once I give you the category for your 2-point question, the team has to decide which member is going to answer that question solo. You may not rely on the strength of your teammate for the 2-point question. The opposite teammate will have to answer the 3-point question solo. You may only confer with your teammate for the 5-point question. Okay, Rogue 2, what 3 numbers do you like?
Let's do yours.
2, 7, and 15.
All right, put you on the spot there.
Sorry.
All right, the Wicked. Your 3 numbers.
Oh, we saying our numbers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Say whatever you want.
5, 14,
And 12.
14 and 12.
Jared was very confident about the number 12. So.
All right. So, the Wicked have selected their numbers. Obviously, the number 12 and ode to Buffalo Bills quarterback Jim Kelly. And with the Wicked, your first question is going to be for 2 points. Now, you selected number 5, and that corresponds to the world of romantic comedies.
Romantic.
So, who feels like fielding that one for 2 points?
I'll do it. I'll take it.
All right.
Jared's going to take it.
Jared.
All right, Jared.
Jared, your 2-point question in the realm of romantic comedies. Who plays Tiffany Maxwell in Silver Linings Playbook?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right. You got that one.
It almost seemed
now,
too
like
easy.
we mentioned before, the Wicked going to have to answer another question here. So their second number was 7, the number of Joe Theismann, and that corresponds to the category of musicals,
Musicals.
which is going to be asked to Jim Vejvoda, and Jim Vejvoda alone, his musical knowledge is about to be on display.
Jim, in the category of musicals, for 3 points, in Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, what MCU actor plays Sophie's husband, Sky?
Stellan Skarsgård.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Dominic Cooper. That was the younger generation in Mamma Mia.
Dominic.
He's in it. He's in it, baby.
And he's in the
He's
MCU.
definitely in it. He plays the character of Sky.
Arguably more in the MCU than Dominic Cooper.
I have no idea. 12. Let's
12. That's a very emphatic 12.
5, 14, 12.
All
All
right.
right, so now we arrive at that moment. The 5-point question is going to be asked to the Wicked. If they get it right, they're going to force the hand of Rogue 2 to answer multiple questions.
You got it.
However, if the Wicked miss this, then Rogue 2 will win by technical knockout. So you selected number 12. And that corresponds, Emma, to the category of...
Dramas. All right.
I mean, sure.
5 points. In the category of dramas, and you can confer on this, what was the name given to the man that held Joy and Jack captive in Room? And the crowd has strong feelings on that one.
Haven't seen it.
A lot of hushed exclamations.
4, 3,
Repeat the question.
Yep. What was the name given to the man that held Joy and Jack captive in Room?
All right, they have one JTE rule remaining.
Harry.
They burned one in round 1.
Yes.
And now they just used one, so I'm going to go to 5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right,
Last one.
final one. What was the name given to the man that held Joy and Jack captive in Room?
Down to the wire. 5, 4, 3, 2.
We're going to go with the bad man.
And yours! Rogue 2!
played incredibly
He's got
well.
a rough series of questions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing is luck is part of the game, and sometimes categories that you're not necessarily as confident in come up. And look, drama is a broad category.
Yes, it is.
So, we could have just as easily asked them a drama question that they knew the answer to, but that's just the way the chips fell today.
And they fell in favor of Rogue 2, who, like we said at the top of the show, now that team is so much confidence and a nice win for the Swag Squad.
Absolutely. And I mean, again, Winston's somebody that's sitting in a pretty nice position as far as the faction rankings go. I think that this is really going to continue to boost him up here, especially when you do have players on your team as strong as Liz Shannon Miller, who proved today that she's just as good in teams as she is in singles. And I really think that she and Adam are going to go far.
Look at that compliment of knowledge, because Liz is doing very well in round 1, and then Adam coming to play with Spun DC, and he knows that world very well. So a nice complementary pieces for Rogue 2. Jen, you're with Adam, and you're with Liz Shannon, and you're with Winston Marshall. Who feels like talking first?
How did you guess, Mark? Oh my God. You have to be feeling pretty great about this. The fact that you were able to put these two together and just see the potential there, you have to feel pretty good about it.
I mean, that's the funny thing. I heard Roxy was talking mad trash in the promo. I didn't see it beforehand. I just heard she said I was inexperienced. I didn't know what I was doing. Here's the thing. I watched the Schmoedown, all right? I knew who I was drafting, all right? Okay? A brother does his research, all right? So I knew if I put these two together, it'd be colossal to see the two of them come in here and wreck shop. And that's what happened.
Amen. I feel like I just went to church. Liz, you guys look like were having such a good time. Like, you looked calm and collected out there. It felt like a new Liz Shannon Miller. I may be wrong.
I mean, I felt like it was really great having a teammate. Like, I didn't know what kind of difference that would make, but it was just comforting to know I had, at the very least, someone in my corner. Also being part of a faction this time made a difference. And in general, just knowing the game better and, having fun playing it.
It's kind of like an emotional support dog that's really good at inner geekdom categories, right?
I'll take it, sure.
I want to be clear. Our guess on Romero that was on me. Like, I don't want you to take that tarnish to your DC reputation.
No, that's a super hard question. Who the hell? I don't know how many people in this room actually knew the answer. There were probably a few, but I've never even seen the movie.
There's one person raising his hand, and he can go just stand in the corner.
You can just go stand in the corner.
Hold on. There were two. One of them was our faction mate. He knew it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But I will say this, honest to God, I appreciate seeing the two of y'all together, because you did bring a calming presence to each other. And I think that that's what is going to carry this faction far, is the fact that we're not a bunch of show like the Finstock Exchange and stuff like that.
Whoa. You're not a bunch of show. There was a...
No. Hold on. I'm not going to say that they're not talented. They have all the belts right now, save one. So, of course, I'm talking about how Bobby brings all 25,000 members of the Finstock Exchange every time they come out. That's all I'm saying. We're here supporting each other. We're not arguing over communication. We're right here together, and we're riding this out.
I was just going to say, but what about the proposal if you're not all show?
That was just out of pure love. That's what that was. It seemed appropriate. We had a love superstar in the house, so I just had to confess my love to Roxy. And I love that she eventually accepted that out.
Damn. Adam, it was really good seeing you compete, as not only in teams, but in like something other than inner geekdom.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were pretty comfortable out there?
I did, yeah. I mean, I've been so used to inner geekdom, it was nice to break out of that and do something different. And I was a little nervous about going into categories that I maybe didn't feel as confident in. But for whatever reason, the questions, I was lucky enough to get questions that I just knew the majority of the answers really quickly off the top of my head, so.
And I will say, when you spun DC, someone on the other side of the table was not happy about it. So I'll talk to him in a few minutes. But congratulations, guys. I'm excited to see what you two are going to do this season. And congratulations, Winston. I feel like this is working out very well for Swag.
It's early in the season, so I'm not going to act like the Cowboys and think we're great and then pull a hamstring. We're going to study, we're going to keep in contact with each other, and we're going to keep riding high until we take the top, we take the ring, we take the belt. Let's go.
All right. Back to you guys.
And that's the Cowboys fan saying that. You see a real happy team right there. I mean, just reveling in the fact that they maybe found something new and something pretty special.
I totally agree, and it really was, as Jen pointed out, nice to see Liz Shannon Miller up there so relaxed and feeling so supported, which isn't to say that she hasn't had an impressive performance in the Schmoedown. She has, but where competitors really begin to thrive, even outside of the teams league, I think is once they get matched up with that perfect teammate. We've seen it happen time and time again here in the Schmoedown. You look at the likes of the partnership between a Sam Levine and a Drew McWaney, or dare I say, a Rachel Cushing and a Clark Wolf. Shout out to myself.
You're talking about lightning
yeah,
right
exactly.
there. But you're right, the pairing of teammates back and forth. But I'll also say this for the Wicked. I think that Jared and Jim make for a nice pair. Maybe they didn't have the luck with the wheel or some of the questions that Rogue 2 got, but I think the Wicked certainly a force to be reckoned with going forward. We think right now, Jen, how are they feeling about it?
I think they're feeling pretty optimistic. I mean, Roxy, you have to feel pretty good about the performance that these two put together because this is their first time playing together as a team, and it's honestly, Jared, I think it's your first time in something other than Intergeekdom, am I wrong?
That it is, and I was hoping for DC, but Adam spun it, that jerk.
Oh, I saw you just absolutely seething. I was like, look how strong his jawline's getting.
Oswald Cobblepot. Gotta get me.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by you guys, and it was their first time playing together. It won't be their last time playing together because I think this is a great team. And, that 5-point question, fair as ever, but really hard. I can't blame you guys for not knowing that. That's a really hard question, and I think you guys did everything you could. You communicated. There was never a time in which one of you guys shouted something out, and I'm really impressed by you guys. So, for a first match, pretty good.
For a first match, and then sticking with biopics. I mean, that takes some stones.
Yes, it does.
This guy got stolen, I'll tell you that much.
Boston Stones right here. No, I just want to say I'm more pissed at myself for missing the Arnold Schwarzenegger question. Because the minute I put my marker down, he was saying markers down, I knew I'd written down the wrong thing. The room question, no, I honest to God didn't know that. But yeah.
I haven't even seen The Room, and I sure as hell haven't seen Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
I find that shocking, knowing who your wife is.
All right, maybe I've seen it once, but that's besides the point.
And I stand by saying Stellan Skarsgård because he's in the MCU.
That was a great
He's
answer.
been in 2 Mamma Mia movies, so all right,
I was
fine.
thinking the exact same thing.
But absolutely not a performance to shake your heads about. And like I said, I'm very impressed with how you guys handle this, especially you, considering it's a much broader. With Intergeekdom, I feel like you can study, even as specific as we're getting now, you can study and you can really hone that craft. But when it's no holds barred, everything counts in trivia. That's saying something.
Can I just toot my own horn here for a second?
Go for it. We're already talking about other things.
I haven't played in a Schmoedown for like a year and a half. And so I've been a little rusty, but now my blood's up and I can't wait to get back in there and kick some ass. I'm really it's back. And justice for biopics. I never want to hear that Roca crap again. That's what,
Honestly, that's the major victory of today. You took back biopics, and nobody can throw it in your face anymore. Basically spinning DC for them was them spinning Spinner's Choice. So I'm excited to see what you guys are able to do in the future. Congratulations to Winston. He did a great job managing this match, and next time it won't go his way. Back to you guys.
Taking it on the chin there, but still optimistic for the future, as they should be.
As they should be. As long as Jared does know the difference between the movie The Room and Room, which is unclear. But what is clear...
We're not asking The Room questions on the movie trivia show.
But what is clear is that Jared Habun has a nice, broad movie trivia knowledge. He's not just a one-trick pony. He's not just an Intergeekdom player. And Jim Vivida, like he said, he's been out of the game for about a year and a half. I think now that he's gotten a taste of it, they're going to come back really strong, this team.
I mean, you pull a category like musicals for your 3rd point question, but if you don't know it, and you don't know musicals, that feels like a 5-pointer. So I think in their heads, it felt like 2 5-pointers coming at them, and that's a tough thing to deal with. Rogue 2 did not have to answer a question in round number 3. That's why they get the technical knockout, and I think a well-played match here, Emma. Rogue 2, somebody to be looking out for going forward in the team league.
Definitely, yeah. Really good performances from both teams today. Again, Rogue 2, I think, is going to make big waves in this league. That's something they've already proven, but I think the Wicked still have a lot left to prove, and that they're going to do it.
I think they're going to do it as well. Great performances by the teams, by our amazing crew, and by the incredible Miss Emma Fife here today.
So much.
I merely had words warble out in a somewhat conscious stream. That is Emma Fife. I am Mark Ellis. On behalf of everybody here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, we implore you to go check out the Schmoedownlive.com for all upcoming tickets and news on the live events. Plus, there's a lot of great stats there. You can see who's leading the singles, the teams, Intergeekdom, all that good stuff. It's right there at the Schmoedownlive.com. For Christian Harloff and our entire family here, I'm Mark Ellis saying we'll see you soon on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Well, it was a very entertaining, fun match. Rockstars, the Wicked, they just came up a little bit short. Those were too tough. The 3-pointer and the 5-pointer, they were tough. I didn't know them. The only thing I know about the first Mamma Mia is it came out the same day as The Dark Knight. I mean, I know some of the actors. But congrats to Row 2, Liz and Adam. They played well together, and you give Adam DC, he's dangerous. He's a very dangerous player with DC, as he is with a lot of Intergeekdom categories. But it was fun. Sorry that you lost, Roxy. I still got your back. Love the Rockstars. But great seeing Emma on the desk. She's always a delight. And to Row 2, I mean, who knows when you're going to play again because of all this craziness going on. But can't wait to see what you guys can do next. Fun match. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, ChrisWoodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. So until next time, Mr. Boy C-Dub. Bye.